like that, take a corporate. Benjamin on them baby like family. Now all us might as well go hit forfeit. I done seen shit, I'm like it can be. Never knew it with all this colorless. I'ma do what I want, fuck a option. Baby, you do what you want when you pop it. Don't be a problem in my life, you solving. Could be in hell, I'ma act like it's not. Slow down, I ain't living for nothing. No sound when you walk in the function. Oh sounds, we been riding around bumping. Roll it out, I ain't smoking for nothing. Out of my mind, give fuck if you get it or not. You'll find that you don't need no hat to cut. I try, but only get them hat shot. I'm fried, but I don't even want no out of my mind, give fuck if you get it or not. You'll find that you don't need no hat to cut. I try, but only get them hat shot. I'm fried, but I don't even want no why.
How we doing? How we all doing, man? What's good? Okezzy, what's up? Meta, how we doing? Joe Blow, FM Francie, Emilio. I'm good, thank you. How are you guys doing? How we all doing? We well? We sad? We happy? We excited? I've got a bit of energy today. I'm like in a bit of a fiery mood. I'm like, man, I want to pump Ace out, man. I want to pump Ace and fix all the freaking bugs in it, man. Let me... So first thing I kind of want to do is suss out with post hog. Try to put this on the screen. Maybe I'll put it over here actually. So I want to check out how we're doing in terms of site clicks with Ace. Where do I live? I live in Sydney, Australia. So yeah, that's the time zone. It is currently 8:18 a.m. over here. So I just want to ask, how many visitors have we gotten on the website over the last 30 days? The other thing I want to do is I want to integrate GPT's voice activity. So right here with ChatGPT voice, where you can coordinate tasks, I want to see if we can integrate that into Ace, because I have a Codex subscription connected to Ace. So I'm wondering if we can utilize that Codex subscription to have GPT voice inside of Ace. I think that could be really cool. So a little bit of background for those wondering what this is. This is PostHog. And PostHog is basically an analytics tool that helps you understand what's going on inside of your app, inside of your website, inside of whatever it is that you're doing. And so you can ask their AI questions and it will give you feedback. And so we connected PostHog back here and we're consistently getting like what? Unique visitors around 20. Now, in terms of conversion rate, it's a lot lower than that. I think we haven't been doing sponsorship videos lately regarding Ace, so that's probably due to this drop right here. However, this is probably due to yesterday's live stream, I believe. Yep, 17. So this drop would have been no sponsorship videos, no live streams, no nothing. So it goes to show, like, the more I show up, the more customers Ace receives, essentially. It's very founder-led marketing, very founder-focused. You know, YC always says to do things that don't scale, and I think that's exactly what we're doing right now, doing things that don't scale. But today, I want to do some tests. For those that don't know, this is my app Ace, and we are basically just trying to break it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of these, and I'm going to start fresh. Start from scratch, project name is going to be called, we'll just say orchestrator test. And we're just trying to break it essentially. Recently it hasn't been very hard to break, but it's getting harder every time we just try things over and over again. So I'm going to get Opus 5, connect it to GPT. I'm going to have Opus delegate. So we're going to have Opus delegate GPT. Okay, so GPT is a sub-agent who is now going to receive commands from Opus 5. And I'm just going to say, let's build a dog walking business landing page. Super simple. That just lets people fill out a form to book a dog walking session. I'm just going to send that. Now we're going to, hopefully what I want to see is it automatically opens up this preview tab and shows us this dog walking website. That will tell us that things are successful. What are my thoughts on local AI? I think they're only going to get better. So where they're at now is the worst they're ever going to be. Okay. I'm going to set up another one. I'm going to call it image generations test. And we're going to create another workflow here where I'm going to have Claude talk to GPT. And now GPT has image generation capabilities. So I'm going to play on that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do collaborate. We're going to make this the run priority first. And I'm going to generate a system prompt here for Claude. So I'm just going to say, I want you to generate really breathtaking, beautiful prompts for an image generator. They should be fantasy-based, epic, world-building, breathtaking. So now, obviously, this is quite a messy prompt, right? So I can press this button right here, generate. It's going to now regenerate the system prompt. Wait for that a second. Okay, boom. You are Ziggy, a creative prompt engineer specializing in generating evocative, detailed image prompts with fantasy and world-building contexts. Done. Now we can probably run this. I might even go Opus on this one. Done. All right, we got Lulu, we got Opus. Let's do this. Let's go. I'll just say let's go. Oh yeah, and then this will be GPT who then generates the images. So I'll just say generate images based on the prompts that are given to you. Then I'll just say let's go. One thing I do want to kind of gauge inside of here is, do agents inside of ACE have a system prompt? If yes, please share it. If no, I think all agents or AI agents inside of ACE should have some sort of system prompt explaining the functionality of ACE. Okay, let's chuck some music on and let's lock in. I did kind of vibe with the playlist yesterday, so if you guys are keen on me doing that again, we can run it up. Here we go. Let me know if that's a bit too loud. I think that's good. Yeah. Is that too loud? I'm good, FM. Barton, how we doing? All right, we're gauging system prompts. These two are collaborating. I wrote 6 ready-to-use fantasy image prompts. Okay, now we're gonna see if this works. While that's happening, let me check. Okay. Okay. Layer 1, the per agent prompt user editable. Each board agent has a system prompt file edited. It is seeded from a role preset. So we already know this. This is the one that I just showed you. The ace framing ace injects itself. Okay, so it does. You are one agent on the ace board. A team of agents working this project together in parallel. Handle your own part and let your teammates handle theirs. Do not restart or rerun the whole team. Teammates on this board. Team mission. Workspace. Your enforced capability profile. Run contract. Secrets, the environment variables XY are set for you. Live harness tools. The ACE MCP server gives you ACE environment. And ACE preview. Open the workspace app in the user's in-app preview doc. The primer is wrapped by a few full scaffold per execution path. Okay, that's pretty good. One thing worth knowing, it is not a real API system role. Everything above is inlined into the prompt text, handed to the provider CLI. Grok is the only provider that gets an actual flag with a 4-sentence prompt. Claude, Codex, and Gemini receive the whole scaffold as the user prompt. Also, the primary returns an empty string when an agent is solo with no mission. No workspace, no capability profile, and no live tools. A single agent board in that state gets no ACE explainer at all. To see exactly which lines get dropped if you want ACE explained to solo agents too. Get. Can you do a comprehensive overview of ACE? And I want you to determine, is this system prompt enough for the AI agents? I created what woke beneath the glacier scene. 3 scouts beneath on Aurora. Okay. That's GPT 5.6 Soul Frontier. It is showing in the images, which is nice. I don't like that it has this. I'd rather it be that and it opens up like in big screen. No, that's the wrong. Why didn't that screenshot work? Let's do this. I don't think that information is really valuable. Currently, when clicking on an image, it doesn't open the image up, which I don't like. It just shows this menu, which I don't think is really necessary. I would much rather it just open up the image as like a pop out where users can see the full picture. and users can either download from there, or rather than download, it should say open where it is. So they can open where that image is located in their files because the image already exists on their device. Image generation worked. Let me see orchestration. Ooh, it opened up the preview by itself. Nice. Okay, this is looking good. Boom. Dog walking business. Nice. Orchestration is working. Let's go. All right. I think we're good for the next stage then. Let's try something a little bit more complex now. This didn't work last time. Let's see if it works this time. But I should be able to draw. I'll say maybe I'll circle this and I'll just say, instead of book your dog's walk, let's say book a fun walk. And let's see if we can make that change. Okay, let's see if this works. Let's see what it says. Part 1, what a solo agent actually receives. Part 2, what ACE actually is. Part 3, is the system prompt enough? No, it is unusually good on execution mechanics and unusually thin on everything else. 5 findings ranked. Reaper's own agent.md and Claude.md never reach any ACE agent. This is the biggest one. So the native read is disabled and the replacement is never delivered. The grok override tells the model the opposite. ACE has already inlined the immutable safety classified project instructions. Skills are in line, project instructions are not. Every ACE agent works on a repo with zero knowledge of that repo's conventions. 2, identity is buried behind up to 80,000 characters. Prepends the skills snapshot, then decorate prompt with run policy, depends the safety markers. You are title, step 1 of 1 in an ACE board. Workflow lands after roughly 20,000 tokens of skill bodies when skills are on. Both primacy and recency work against it, the framing you care about. It's not a system prompt for Claude Codex. In Gemini, everything is user text piped to only. And that override is 4 sentences that do not describe ACE at all. What I would change in order. Inline the inspect runner project instruction snapshot into the prompt, or stop claiming it is inlined highest value, roughly 30 minutes. Let's do the real thing as a system prompt where the CLI supports it. Let's do 1, 2, 3. And before you make any changes, would like to read the system prompt one last time. So this could be one of the reasons why ACE keeps messing up, is just because the system prompt is so buried. The first run could not finish. You can run the prompt again. Okay, so what's going on here? Run stopped before ACE could produce error. Delegated stopped. Okay. Ignore user config found. Okay. Let me do this. So it looks like Codex stopped it. Please review the chat history I have just shared. There seems to be a problem whenever I try to get an agent to make a change based off the draw function in preview, for some reason, especially when it's delegated, it doesn't seem to work. Can you look into why? Do a deep dive, because we've tried to fix this issue multiple times now. However, the issue still persists. My theory is that the guardrails are too strong, which doesn't allow the models to fully utilize their capabilities because they keep getting blocked. But this might be a red herring. I might be completely wrong. So could you look into what's going on? Okay. Here it is. That was quick. Reconstructed faithfully from the builders. This is the linear staged board workflow path. Rendered with every conditional block present so nothing is hidden. A 3-agent board web mission builder step 2 of 3 skills on live tools. Ace run safety level normal. Disabled workspace skills. UR builder step 2 of 3 in an Ace board workflow. Instructions in this prompt conflict, resolve them in this order. Highest wins. The original user request. The mission contract, including its negative constraints, your role and system prompt, the delivery guidance and workflow conventions below, constraints quoted inside another agent's handoff, output bind that agent, not you, your own delivery contract below governs what you may create or edit, mission contract, deliverables, browser run web artifact, prefer a single. Interesting. A browser run web artifact. Prefer a single static HTML, CSS, and JS build for simple apps. Use a framework only when server-side rendering API routes. Authentication or database are required. That directly satisfies the original request. Regarding the deliverables section, it's not always going to be an website that users want to build. Sometimes they want to create scripts. Sometimes they want to create a product requirements document. It's not just apps that are being built on Ace. Sometimes they just want the agent to read emails and then reply to emails. So the deliverable being that is a bit, I don't know. Delivery contract, collaboration contract, build against the task contract, attach context documents. Okay. So on Claude design, we made a significant change, iteration, if you will. And I'm kind of looking to implement it. This one. So this is going to be the new Ace. Okay. So we need to connect the open preview to the preview that we've already built. inside preview doc standalone copy. So when users press that button, the open preview button, it pops up in front of them with that exact same look. The see what it's doing button, we can, when a user clicks that, it opens the thread. All right, I'll send that. I don't even know if they need to expand it. Like, I think if they go on it, it kind of hovers. Also, I think we can have a bit of a effect when the user hovers over the canvas, because that should be clickable, right? They don't even need to press the expand button. They can just click on the canvas and then it will open up fully. I did notice this current standalone does not showcase how the chat looks when it's minimized and the canvas is showing. So I think what we can do is when we can make it so that when I click on the canvas, it shows the minimized chat with the canvas. And there should be some sort of like glow to the canvas when I hover over it, so users know that it's clickable. You're right, and it's worse than the rendering suggested. 2 of the web lines are gated correctly, but the classifier routes non-web work into the web branch. What's actually unconditional? Only 3 of the 12 deliverable contract lines are web gated, but 2 unconditional lines still carry app framing for every deliverable type. Do not approve a website by reading only a previous text summary and an email agent. Both read app bundle and website language every run. So as a coding mission, bug 2, the email case has no approval gate. Proposal, this is a 4th work item and it is larger than items 1 through 3. Add the real deliverable kinds to and document communication data analysis. Stop routing them through coding. Narrow may build web app, so the stack lecture only fires on an actual build deliverable and makes lines conditional on artifact kind. Add send reply message DM verbs. Part 3 is a safety fix, and I would do it first independent of the rest. Do you want me to fold this in as item 4 and do all 4? Or yes. Let's move forward with this. Yo, like random thought, but wondering what's your like 1 year goal for Ace as a business? Isn't idea for the app too broad as a vibe coded thing? Do you think you will be able to go viral? I actually do. Yeah, I do. I think if I can fix all the bugs, then I definitely think Ace has a really good shot of going viral, because I already have like a lot of cool video ideas that I could make. And like, I don't know if other people could make those video ideas. So for example, just to give you an example, one idea that I have is, imagine if you have Fable 5 and then it is orchestrating Luna on max effort, because Luna's really cheap right now, but it orchestrates like 10 of these agents. Like, wouldn't people want to know, can it beat Fable 5? Can Luna beat Fable 5 if it got orchestrated by it? and how much would that cost? You know, how does that look? Like, I want to start integrating ACE into my videos, but in order for me to do that successfully, I need to get rid of all the bugs. And so it's literally just me with a comb, just going over and over ACE constantly, trying to fix bugs, trying to fix more bugs, trying to fix more bugs, until it's actually at a level where I feel like I can actually start pushing it really hard. Because right now, what I'm doing is very light. I really don't feel like I'm pushing ACE that hard, and there's a reason for that. It's because I don't want 100 people messaging me about all these different bugs. I'm happy to have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 people. But if I'm having 1,000 people message me like, hey bro, this bug doesn't work. Hey bro, can you do this? Hey bro, can you do that? That's going to be a problem. And so right now it's good, the level of growth, because I'm getting enough feedback to iterate on ACE, but I'm also getting, you know, people actually, you know, using it, paying it. So we're still progressing. So yeah, I'm happy with where we're at. Obviously I wish there wasn't as many bugs as there are, but you know, you can't control that with a Vibecoded project. So that's kind of the plan, is like, it feels like a little slow right now, but I'm confident that once we can get rid of those bugs, and I really do think ACE can be an app that people start using. That's cool. I think I get it with bugs, but is it like you want people to AI use it, or do you want to go to more advanced people that got money to invest in ACE heavily? Really interesting. I mean, I think it's for everyone. Like, I want to start using it, and I'm thinking if I can use it and I'm like a heavy vibe coder, then all other vibe coders should be able to use it too. And I think making sure that onboarding is really smooth and clean allows for non-technical people to be able to use it as well. You feel? But yeah, that's kind of the vibe. Good question. So what's going on here? Fixed and verified. Your guardrail theory was half right. The guardrails aren't blocking the models, but they are what made the error message point everyone at the wrong thing for weeks. Root cause. Built the Codex in this order. Codex declares as a variadic flag. Its parser keeps eating bare tokens after the value, so it consumed. It's exact against your real Codex binary. Why the guardrail looked guilty? They aren't the cause, but they named themselves in the error. I tested it with the guardrails. Okay, same crash. Why previous fixes kept failing? Any correct fix that broke that test, which reads as a regression, so it got reverted. Was Claude in a delegate? It was Codex, so it looked delegation specific. It isn't any Codex agent delegated or not. Crashes on launch whenever an image is attached. Pasting a screenshot into chat and asking Codex directly fails identically. Interesting. When image attachments landed one day after the isolation flag. So fix. Image now go after the subcommand and use, which binds exactly one value regardless of position. Say the word, I'll commit this. Please commit this to the branch and run some smoke tests to verify that this actually works. Because I worry about infamous advice from Hormozi to start with people that got money, and like going too broad to everyone seems risky. Like I said, random thought, just seeing the channel grow, and yeah, wishing big success for the app. Thanks, bro. Yeah, I obviously I'm a big fan of Hormozi as well, and I agree with him. You know, don't go too broad. But you know, we're solving a pretty specific problem. And the problem is, you know, this is a tool for solopreneurs and small teams to be able to utilize and maximize their AI subscriptions in a time where a lot of people are scared about how they can optimize for their AI use. And you know, Buzz is a really good example of how people love the idea that they can collaborate with their AI agents. And that's literally what we're building. We're literally building like a better version of Buzz. It just has way more bugs. So yeah. I do think there's a little bit of fiddling around in terms of product market fit. Like I'm not going to say that ACE where it is today is at a level that can attract, hundreds of thousands of subscribers. But I think the foundation of Ace is, and I think we just need to kind of like, it's like Play-Doh, like we're kind of moving around and testing out that packaging so we can find out like what is a good fit, what is actually something that is less like, because right now it feels like Ace has a big wow factor when you first see it. Like anyone that jumps onto the live stream and looks at this, they're kind of like, damn, that's cool. But now, so I think we've ticked that off. Like the marketing and how this looks, this is very marketable. But the thing that we need to tick off next is, okay, now we need to fix the usability, the use case, because it looks really cool. Now let's actually make people use this and make it actually useful. You feel me? But yeah. Lightbox is image first. The fixed side panel is gone. The overlays doesn't open. PR to dev. So we were working on this MTP tool over here. Who pays for the cheap models inference? Okay, the other thing I wanted to do, and it's probably more doable in here. Nice, that's way better. So you can do this, dope. And this lets you open up the whole thing. That's pretty clean. Dope. All right. Let's implement this, man. Share. This is a really big change, by the way. Can you use with local models? That's always a good niche that gets a lot more popular as model prices go up. Yes, you actually can. You can connect Fable 5 to delegate Ollama models. So you could connect a bunch of Ollama models and have Fable delegate. So here I don't have any local models, but you could connect Gemma 4, which is also another really funny video idea, by the way. But yeah, you could totally do that, man. Okay. I think we can implement this. I'm just trying to confirm that this is the direction I want to go, because this is a really big change. I can already see all the work that's going to come with this. Because look how many things need to work here. Like you got reactions, you've got thread replies, you've got all these different things that need to work, right? Think of the amount of bugs I'm going to have to fix with this. So I'm just want to 100% be clear that this is what I want to do. What do you guys reckon? So the whole concept is that we focus on the chat interface with Ace, with the canvas being up here. And what's going to kind of happen is now you can just talk to your agents better and see what's going on a lot clearer. And then being able to kind of just be like this. And then you send the note. It's cool. It's clean. Merge to dev. Open the PR into dev. Smoke test. I drove Ace's own end-to-end against your live. Test image is a generated answer to it. Green, red, ready. Okay, nice. Negative control. Proof the test catches the bug. Say the word. Open PR into dev. Love at my front door. Short notice. Alright. Okay, so we've got this. We've got light mode. Boom. So we got this. I don't like that it doesn't stay in the same spot. See how it hides? How it goes to a different spot? Let me fix that. I don't like that these three buttons change their location when it's closed versus open, full screen versus not full screen. I think they should stay in the same spot. Like making a social media stream and doing all the, I started Vibecoding my app about a week ago and am loving how it has come along. I have been tuning into content creators and noticed this type of stream as a trend. Would you suggest trying it, like making a social media stream and doing all this to commit? Just worry about people stealing the project. At the end of the day, Anya, like, think of how many, like, there's no such thing as an original idea. There's no such thing as an authentic, genuinely original app idea. Look in the App Store. You're going to see 10 different PDF scanning apps that are all generating 10 to 100K a month. You think the guy that made the very first PDF scanner, other people saw that and were like, oh yeah, I can't make a PDF scanner anymore. Like the idea is taken. You think that's how the world works, bro? The world does not work like that. If anything in business, where there is success, people follow. So if there is success in the app that I'm building, then people are going to follow and they're going to make their own version. Like that's just how the world works. And whether you stream or not isn't going to stop that. You feel me? At the end of the day, like, no one's going to steal an idea that hasn't generated any revenue. So Anya, like, if you live stream your idea and it hasn't generated any revenue or it's only doing like a couple $100 a month, like, no one's going to steal that idea, bro. Like, you should just not focus on the whole stealing idea part. Just lock in, do the live streams, because no one cares at the end of the day. No one cares. In fact, the live streams have been super helpful for me, like, because people in the chat will tell me whether they like something or not. I'm getting a lot of really good feedback. It's all good, bro. Just, you got to lock in, man. Got to do the thing. I'm going to steal my own idea. Yeah, for real. That's funny. Okay. So they don't move now. Perfect. Another thing worth noting is, okay, now where is the mission contract going to go? Also, users need a way to be able to click on an agent, like on the profile pic, and their entire brain pops up. plus settings. Pop up. Okay, cool. We're gonna clean this up, make it look nice. Yeah, that's what I figured. It's organic marketing and a lot of eyes potentially to help you in the end get to that finished state. Exactly. And you want all the help you can get, you know? Building an app is already extremely hard. And so having a community, having a group of people who can actually help guide you and give you real live feedback is incredibly important. Love this song. What else are we missing? This is the mission contract. The bar. We don't really need this inside of the chat. We need to fix how the agents talk. Like, I don't know, is there... So when we're in here, let's say when we're in the full chat here, we've got the agents up here, which you can isolate. Is this necessary? I don't know if it's necessary. I don't think we need that feature. I don't think it's a feature that I would use. Because now we have threads. Why you bother me? I think what else could be really cool is you kind of when you first join Ace, you make your very first agent. And it has a name, and you use that agent across a lot of different projects. So I think what we do is we almost have different templates. Let's actually, shall we see if this works? All right, let's see if this works. I want you to create a fun maze game. It has access to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different agents. So this will actually be kind of funny. Like, is this actually gonna work? I've never tested this out. So let's see. That's just kind of funny, like. And this should change now, this mission contract. Team, the mission This round is a fun maze game with 2 hard constraints. No website, no landing page. The existing in this workspace are from the earlier landing page work. We leave them completely alone to respect the no website constraint. Cleanly, we're building a terminal maze game that runs with plain node, already available on this machine, 0 dependencies. Nice. Poppy, you're on the build. Single focus task, so there's no merge conflict. Risk. I'll review and if needed, dispatch a fixed verification pass next round. Okay, so it's just given that to Poppy. Interesting. So I wonder if it only giving it to Poppy because it doesn't need the other agents. I'm building the terminal only game inside maze game and we'll keep the existing brute work stream untouched. Okay, is this fixed? Only change how they talk, never what they're allowed to do. Ooh, I don't know if I like that. Okay. How they come across. This is kind of cool. Puts the work in order and holds the gate. So it needs to kind of match our system prompt a little bit. It needs to kind of match the one that we've already designed inside of the ACE board. With the exception that I think we could add the... Actually, no. Also, I don't like how it looks when I hover over their profile pic. Could we just add like a soft back glow? Can I work on multiple things inside of here? No, I can't. I haven't tried Quen yet, no. So this is a copy of Ace. And I want to kind of add something fun. Maybe I can copy this. Duplicate project. Did that work? When she arrived.
shit ain't nothing new. This I knew since I was a chick. Clean my room and pray for this. Eat my dinner, then go back to it. Ever finna make me rich. Whole lot of feeling that you can't dismiss. I was somewhere stuck in a hotel room. We was serving to the kids, no waitresses. All this shit come back around, homie. Don't get too down.
All right, so we've got copy of Ace, and now we've got Ace. So we can design two things at the same time. I'm gonna call this Ace 2.0. I'm just gonna say new chat. I want to redesign the onboarding. To include a few additional steps. After a user connects their models, I think we should have a fun step where they can now customize their very first agent or add their very first agent to the team. Here, they can give the agent a profile pic based on the model that they want to connect. So for example, if they connect Claude, then it's just going to show the same Claude logo, but they can put like a smiley face on it or a guy with a mustache over that Claude logo. If it's a Codex one, they can do the same, but over the Codex logo. Then they give it a name, and they are allowed to give it like 1 or 2 sentences on how it should sound or feel. Then I think for it to feel alive, they should be able to see some sort of chat. Just like a short one, like, hey, my name's blah, the one that you mentioned. Actually, oh, hey, my name is blah, the one. I am your blah, friendly sidekick, or whatever the user has given them as a personality. So before we had this, we had is it this one? I think it's this one. It's not that one. I think it's this one. No, it's not that one. It is this one. Damn it. Okay. I think we could incorporate similar to what we have in that second slide in the onboarding where the messages pop up. I think we could have something similar, but it pops up at the bottom after the user fills in its details. And then across all of ACE, when a user spawns an agent, this is the one that will come out first, with the exact same profile pic, name, and personality. So this is essentially continuing the onboarding, adding on to what already exists. Okay, that's a pretty big update. Where is the... Play in the browser. Okay. I don't like that it shows there. I think the mission contract can go in the top header where we have kind of already designed for it to go. It can stay there. Also, regarding the back glow, I don't like that if the message is really big, the back glow is also really big. I would just want the back glow to go hover around the profile pic, not the entire message. How many steps after connect? 1 step. Avatar name and personality all on 1 card. Chat preview appears live at the bottom. 2 steps. Pick face plus name. Describe personality plus see the chat. Explore a few options. What goes over the model logo? A row of 8 flat face stickers. Eyes, smile, moustache, shades, cap. You tap to stack on the logo. Preset whole characters. Pick one of 8 finished faces. $2. I think that's good. Use emoji style glyphs. Where do the stickers come from? As a sticker layer. Real, shippable, 0 art needed. Simple geometric shapes. An arc for a smile. Drop in sticker artwork myself. Pre-filled with a suggestion. Dice button that rolls fun names. Empty with run. Fun names. Empty with 3 suggested names as chips underneath. Empty text area with 3 to 4 tappable starter presets. Just a text area with a good placeholder. How does the chat preview react? Retypes its intro whenever you change name or personality, feels genuinely alive. That's kind of cool. Types once when the name is filled, then stays put. Only appears after both fields are done, then types out. User then clicks hatch or birth, and in the next screen they see their agent reply or type out a message. Should there be a closing beat after that? Yes, a short. This is who shows up first. Card showing the agent card as it appears in Ace. Already saying hello. Feels like arriving. There's enough. Explore a few options. No. Framing agent or teammate. Your first teammate. Your first agent. Teammate is kind of cool. Warm human matches the heart tone. Matches product language elsewhere. Your first agent, your first teammate. Should I also show it landing in the app? Yes. One extra screen mocking the Ace chat with the agent spawn so you can see it carry through. Let's continue. Let's see how this turns out. Nice. Mission contract up here. I like this. This is good. Nice. So if this is bright, we can't really see. Rather than a back glow when hovering over the PFP, I think the profile pic can just kind of get a little bit bigger so users know that they can click it. Okay, this is pretty much ready. I'm happy with it. Okay, so what's happened here? Monitor armed. What now works? A PRD no longer gets built like an app. Agent identity leads the prompt. Agents know what Ace is. 2 corrections I made mid-task. Item 1 was cancelled. The email approval gate was not real. Still waiting on your call. Let's get a review on this. Okay, we fixed the Codex image attachment issue. Let's have a look at the orchestration test. Did this work? I don't know. What happened? Did it ship? Okay, nice. This is way better. Dope. I think we're good. Let's do it. Send to Claude code. Okay. We're implementing it. Please find the multi-agent duo code Ace GitHub repo. I have a task. Bro, you are cooking right now? Bro, I'm trying, man. It should just be inside Doobie. I'll just leave it there. What is Vibecoding? Vibecoding is when you use AI to build an app. Okay, cool. We are making improvements to the ACE app. We need to carefully integrate this new UI design into ACE. Currently, ACE is canvas facing, but this new update is going to make it chat facing with canvas as secondary. The goal is to make the chat way more functional. Please review the Claude design and move forward with the iteration. The goal is to open up our PR inside of the dev in the multi-agent repo. I might even go ultra code. All right, run it. Boom. This is going to be a huge update. Okay. Norman, what up? I'm building ACE, my agentic coding environment, which basically allows different models to, collaborate with each other inside of a single unified group chat. Okay, so we are about to, actually, I'll wait for the thing to release. Okay, I think this is a new one. Okay, now you can add your agent. It's kind of funny. Lol. Okay, so I can add, let's say I have Codex. And then the name would be like, let's say Doobie. That's kind of funny. Is your whole team AI? Yes. I used Haiku to create a game today, so the first time I am a beginner to the space, so I was really happy. Yo, let's go, bro. Congrats. Welcome, bro. I'd actually recommend you use Codex Luna. Codex is basically ChatGPT's version, and Luna is really cheap, and it's way better than Haiku, and it's way cheaper than, I think it's cheaper than Haiku as well. So I would recommend you check out the $20 plan inside of ChatGPT and try Luna, because it's actually way better and cheaper. Hey, I am Mabel, dead keen to start. What are we making first? Jesus Christ. Short and dry. No preamble from me. Say what you need and it is done. Just say randomize next. Nothing you ask is a daft. It would be cool if then this character went out and explained things to you. Haiku is free. I know it isn't the best Claude for coding, but I don't have any subscriptions. I think Codex is free as well. Luna is free for a bit. You just learned me that Jmart, Vince, and I are AIs since your team is AI. LMAO. I mean, yeah, that's true. So I have three guys helping me out with Ace. Jmart, Vince, and Emilio Norman. Okay, cool. This is looking good. Looks good. Can we fix some of these faces because they don't look that good? Put a bit more effort in. And then with the randomize button, I think it would be cool if it randomized the face as well with the name. Emilio the goat for real. Is this the... Interesting. I didn't love this end bit. Do you stream a lot? Maybe 2 to 3 times a week? I don't like the end bit where we're showing an example of the chat. Mainly because we actually already have a onboarding flow, and I think this will end up breaking it. Don't like the end bit where after they continue to ace, it shows the dog walking business chat. Mainly because we actually already have an onboarding flow, and I think this will end up breaking it. So this is quite a big change to the ace that we've designed in the past. can you review everything that has changed with this new layout and create a list for me that I will send to my AI agents to then, so they know what to work with. These things include the /task/ask a question and all the other commands. We've got the task board. Think of everything else like that we're going to need to comb over with individual AI agents to make it work perfectly. Why is it taking me to the settings? So what happens when you get a new laptop? You got to rejig all the settings. Bro, come on, man. Lame. Yo, bro, I hope you're well. I'm new to Claude and I wanted to ask you if you could give me some advice on what connectors plugins are needed, please. Connectors and plugins, like MCPs and stuff. I mean, it depends on what you use, right? Because think about it. Funny puppies. Tell me right now, what would you use Claude for? Like, what do you plan on using Claude for? Because connectors aren't really even necessary unless you want Claude to have access to Gmail or Higgsfield or Google Drive, etc. I'm in love with the cocoa. FSD, how we doing, bro? Whoa, what's going on here? Oh, nice. Reference build. What changed at a glance? Still open. Do commands take inline arguments or open a small form? Reply depth. Okay, nice. One slot rule, opening a thread closes the agreement and vice versa. Opening either does not disturb the feed. Okay, so I'm going to have to send this in. Agents react to each. Okay. I'm going to have to send this. Into my chat once it's done. We have 7 sub agents running right now. Probably millions of tokens being used. Claude Code or Cursor? I'm not a huge fan of Cursor, personally. I tested it out. I didn't love it. Is Codex safe to use, like privacy-wise? About as safe as Claude. Normans. So if you've already used Claude, Codex is the same thing. Doobie, do you recommend... yeah, I recommend Claude over Cursor for sure. I want to start introducing slash commands. Should I get rid of that for now? So one thing I don't like is how I have to save to team memory every time. I'd rather a slash command that just saves the entire chat. Yes, please. For example, app building, websites, also building tools locally. I have no clue what agents were until I literally joined your live stream by luck 10 minutes ago. Thank you for the advice. All good, bro. You don't need any connectors for that. Claude handles all of that internally. So you can literally build a website. You can build tools locally. You can do all of that with Claude Code with zero connectors, bro. Like you can literally just get started. And then as you get started, you're going to realize just from your own personal use, like, oh, I actually like when Claude does this specific thing. Maybe I can make a skill or something. I haven't actually decided on the logical bridge for Ace yet because I can't fully wrap my head around it. You know, as a non-technical person, I don't fully understand like what it is that I'm adding to Ace. Here, let me open up Codex and let's figure this out together.
Hi, glad to meet you. I think we're going to do great.
Hey there. I've got a really great. Hi there. Nice to meet you. I'm excited to help you get things done.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey there. I've got a.
Hey, how's it going? I'm looking forward to working together. Hey, I'm ready to hit the ground running. So if there's anything you'd like me to focus.
Hey there.
Juniper.
I've got.
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yep, I hear you loud and clear. What's up?
All right. So basically, we have this app. It's called Ace. A little bit confusing, but it's in this repo called multi-agent, but it used to be called Duocode. Are you able to find where that is?
Let me track that down for you. One sec. I'll check the multi-agent name and the old duo code name in the saved projects. I'm not seeing a match for either name and the saved projects. Is it on your computer but not added to Codex yet?
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Okay, I'll check that. Is it stored locally on your Mac?
Yes.
Or on GitHub?
It's stored locally on my Mac, but it's also on GitHub.
Let me check both places real quick. Which Mac folder should I check, like Documents, Desktop, or a different location?
It should be in a folder called Conductor.
Checking that folder now. I have the likely parent folder. I just need permission to search your Documents directory for that Conductor folder and the ACE repo inside it. Found it. The ACE app is in the Duo Code checkout inside your Conductor multi-agent repo. Working through clean on me.
Okay, so I have this thing, right? Basically, I live stream everything, and one of the users on my live stream has mentioned that I should implement something called logical bridges in Ace. And I'm just a little confused as to what they are, how they will benefit Ace. So yeah, could you do a quick review of Ace and help me understand what is a logic bridge and how we can fix it?
Let me take a quick look at ACE and sketch a practical way to think about logic bridges in this code base. The repo has runtime bridges, but nothing literally called logical bridge. The core flow looks like UI, then live coordination server, then model orchestrator. So I'm checking if that handoff is the real gap. In ACE, a logic bridge is probably a reliable handoff between agents, not a new feature or an electron bridge. You've got that pattern started. Planner makes a task contract, builder follows it, reviewer marks pass or fail. The improvement is making that contract required on the board and showing review failures as a clear loop back, so handoffs don't get vague. I wouldn't change anything until the viewer clarifies what they meant. context, there's no broken logical bridge component in the code.
It's more actually adding logical bridges because currently there's a lot of things and features in Ace, and he's saying that logical bridges can tie them all together and help make Ace function more, uh, can help Ace function better.
Okay, let me map that more precisely.
For the
Got it. That makes sense. Here, a logic bridge is a thin coordination layer that carries the right context between features and triggers the next step. In ACE, that bridge could connect intent, project selection, board workflow, and agent tools. So one action, like fix this bug, carries the project, files, stage, capabilities, and verification through the flow. The key is a single server-owned execution context with clear events and rules that each feature reads from and updates. Start with board, chat, agent runner, and verification for the biggest reliability gains.
Yo, funny puppies. I would recommend, if you have no idea what you're doing, Codex is a little bit more user friendly than Claude. And I say that because they have this new feature called Sites and up here. And what Sites does is it actually hosts your app for you. And so you should check out Sites because I think it's a good starting place for if you have no idea what you're doing. Okay, cool. Now, I'm still a little like, what is the actual benefit? Can you explain to me in simple English, what can Ace benefit from incorporating this?
Sure, I'll put that simply. One sec. Think of ACE as a workshop with great tools, chat, board, agents, Git, but you carry the job details between them. The bridge is like a clipboard that carries those details for you. So ACE follows the job from
What
the
up, David? How you doing?
fewer repeats, fewer mix-ups, and steady progress you can trust.
Okay, the job details between them. The is bridge is like a clipboard that carries those details for you. So Ace follows the job from start to finish. Yo, Joe Blow. Ace works for Codex, Claude, Grok, and Gemini. What is GPT talking about? do you disagree, Emilio? So so he's saying that the adding logical bridges will into the canvas part is going to help make more complex and reliable graphs. Do you agree?
Let me think about that trade-off carefully. Yes, if a logical bridge means a smart connection that carries rules and state, not just two boxes wired together, then each edge can say, run this after success, send that to review on failure, or wait for specific inputs. That makes complex graphs predictable and safer to change. If it's just lines between boxes, it stays a drawing, not reliable execution. So yes, that's a strong direction.
Awesome. Thanks for the answer. I'm signing up now. You built a great product so far. I hope you. Oh, cheers, Joe Blow. Look, all I'm going to say is it is my mission to make Ace the #1 place to build inside of. That's my mission. Ace is for solopreneurs, it's for small businesses to get the most out of their subscriptions. Thank you so much, bro. I really appreciate it. It's so hard to know what to use as people say Claude, Codex, etc. Thank you for all the advice. I'm going to shut up, listen, and learn from you now. Thanks for the knowledge. Hey, it's all good, funny puppies, bro. If you have any other questions, let me know, man. I remember starting out vibe coding for the first time, and I found it very disheartening and very, very challenging. So I'm here if you have any questions, anything like that, feel free to ask, man. Don't be shy. Yeah, I disagree, but if you want, I can make a small resume and simple theme in MP of my full version, because here in live chat, it's difficult. Yo, Emilio, please, if you could help like create some sort of prompt or something that I could send to my AI agents for them to understand how a logical bridge could help Ace specifically, that would be good. Because then I can just send it straight into the chat. Ace is the place with the healthy hardware, software, folks. Ace is the place with the healthy hardware, software, folks. All right. Let's see how Claude and its several agents are doing. 10 sub-agents now. All right, while that's running, I think what we can do is we can review this. Okay, so we're basically making it feel more personal, where you basically create your own little buddy. So now you can create these little buddies, right? Open Ace. Nice. Perfect. So with the final intro, I don't want to have any M dash because I hate M dashes. Also, the randomization button, I think that should also randomize how they sound. But if it's in 2, so then if we go 2-step, I kind of like this, and then they do that, and then this comes out. Okay, so we can probably leave it. I think we lock in for pacing 2 steps. For the personality field, I think we can have the text plus presets. Let's lock it in. Also, can we change I think we can leave it. Vince, what up? How we doing, bro? What is this? I'm just making it so that on the onboarding, you now create one agent, which is like your guy, and he's gonna rock up in every single board, or she. How much does it cost you to host your website and Ace? Do you think it costs a lot to get started making industry grade apps? No, I do not. I think all it takes is a Claude subscription. Superbase is free for backend. Cloudflare is free for hosting. You got to buy a domain name. Yeah. PostHog is free for analytics. A lot of these tools are free for like the first 100, 200, 300 users. Because what they're trying to do is they're trying to get new solopreneurs like you and me who don't have that many users to be able to participate. And then obviously when things pop off, we're going to pay them. So a lot of the tools you'll find are free. It's mainly just the building tools like Claude or Codex that you need to pay for. But even now with like Luna being as cheap as it is, you can just, with the $20 Codex plan, probably build something decent. Would you still have made an app business if you didn't have an audience? I'm asking because I don't have a personal brand like you do, but only have a faceless Faith TikTok account with 100K followers. I mean, David, when I first started, I didn't have a personal brand either, you know? Like when I very first started this whole challenge, I didn't have a personal brand, you know? No one would watch my live streams. My videos would get like only a couple hundred views. So it's not like I had a personal brand either when I first started. You know, I've only been really doing this for 6 months. So you can see in just 6 months' time how quickly things have changed, right? So if you're in a position where you don't have a personal brand and you feel like you can't make it, just know like it's going to take just try it for a couple months and see where you're at. But also, David, like if you have a TikTok account with 100,000 followers about faith, like that's a really good start. Like you could build an app around that niche. Like maybe you build a faith app. And then at the end of every video, there's just a slight 3-second call to action saying, check out my faith app. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't need to be crazy. You don't need to repurpose your entire account or anything like that. You just keep posting what you're already posting. And then at the end, for the last 3 seconds, just add something regarding your app that you built. I think content is extremely necessary in today's day and age to build apps because like it just evens the playing field out a little bit. Like everyone else is making content. You know, it's a really good way to get discovered and to market your app. So if you don't do it, then you're just making it harder for yourself. And you're competing against everyone else that is making content. You know? All right, I'm chucking music back on. Thank you so much for the advice. So I should focus on the faith account and make an app around. Keep up the hard work. Your real inspiration. Time to lock in. Yeah, 100%, dude. Like, build on top of the assets that you already have. You know, don't start from scratch, because you've already put a lot of effort into an asset which you can now utilize. You have a little bit of a head start. Okay. Oh, legend. I bet. Logical bridges in multi-agent systems. The core idea. A large AI model can often reason about a task, decide which capability, I need to turn the music off for this, decide which capabilities it needs, and delegate work to sub-agents. However, when routing decisions happen entirely inside one model's reasoning process, the workflow becomes opaque, difficult to control, and difficult to improve over time. Logical bridges provide an explicit orchestration layer between agents. They are visual decision nodes that evaluate a result or a state, then route execution to the appropriate next agent, stage, or fallback path. The goal is not to replace agent autonomy. The goal is to make workflows decisions visible, reliable, configurable, and reusable. Why? Internal delegation is not always enough. A powerful model may decide internally, this looks like a legal question, so I should use legal reasoning or ask a legal subagent that can work well for a single task, but it leaves important questions unanswered. Yo, did it fix it? Book a fun walk. Nice. Okay. So what happened? Yo, Emilio, cheers, bro. I think I'm going to implement this as soon as this chat function is implemented. Once we implement this chat function, I'll send that through, because I think this chat function is actually going to break a lot of shit. So there's no point in changing too much right now until after the chat function. But I'm literally going to send this prompt to my agent, and I'm just going to ask it to run it up. Appreciate you, Emilio. Okay, so what happened here? Not complete one delegated task because the required work capability, the task remained blocked. No unresolved work was accepted as completed, and the workspace remained unchanged for unresolved write task. Okay. So it ended up, Ace could not complete one delegated task because the required work capability. Mission, the user drew. So what happened here? The edit was verified on disk after merging. The next text is preset. Okay. So workspace read plus a quick grep is enough evidence. And Alfred was not the author of the edit, so independence holds. Alfred, please confirm the state of the file exactly as scoped below and report concrete evidence. Don't fix anything unless the text is genuinely wrong, in which case report the discrepancy instead of editing. Was the task ID in my same scope as before. Confirm the hero CTA. Okay. Let me talk to Felix. Can you explain to me exactly what went wrong? Hello, this is the creator of Ace, the app that you are working inside of. My goal is to improve Ace. Can you please explain to me exactly what went wrong when I highlighted the issue and sent it in the chat? I saw that you delegated it to Poppy. However, Poppy was not able to complete that task. Can you tell me what happened specifically so then I can fix it so that this issue does not happen again? Appreciate you, Emilio. Let's see how this goes. Henry Keane, how we doing, bro? We are basically just hardening the preview, but also we are implementing a completely new chat interface. As you can see here. Where is the handoff.md? Ace chat handoff.md. Where is that? Can't see it. But yeah, we're basically implementing a completely new chat interface to make Ace a little bit more usable. Because right now we feel pretty limited. Good news, the edit actually shipped. Book a fun walk and the live preview serves it. Poppy likely failed because the task requires Ace open preview, but Ace MCP was unavailable in this session. With the important caveat that I have to reconstruct this from workspace evidence. My sessions are fresh per task, and there is no persisted transcript of Poppy's run anywhere in the workspace for me to read. The work itself actually got done, so the edit landed on disk. Okay. So you're telling me that you have no memory of any prior message. For example, in this group chat, I can see that there are like probably 50 different messages between you, me, Poppy, and some other AI models. Are you not able to see any of those? Also, why is the Ace MCP unavailable in this session? Shouldn't the Ace MCP be available in every session? Yes, Luna is the cheapest. You have created a lot of questions for me that need answering. Can you help me understand what is happening inside of your environment so I can improve it? Luna is like Lulu. She is dumb. Who's Lulu? Oh no. What does everyone use to talk to their AI pals? That app turns speech to text. Yes, sir. Okay, nice. Let's see what it's saying. Great questions. And yes, what you're noticing is real, not a bug. In the usual sense, here's what actually happening inside of my environment. Do I remember the prior 50 messages? not the way you'd think. Every time it's my turn, Ace launches a fresh CLI session of the underlying model. I have no persistent memory between turns. What creates the appearance of memory is that Ace resends context with each round. The mission text, the project direction, so the 50 messages between you, me, Poppy, and the others exist, but they live in Ace's transcript store, not in my head. In this specific session, Ace gave me the newest message, yours, a project direction. Okay. Same model, same role, no direct recollection. The same is true for Poppy and the other workers. Even more strictly, their capability profiles say is only what I put in their task instructions. Why is the Ace MCP unavailable? Shouldn't it always be available? MCP servers aren't globally installed. They're attached per process by Ace when it launches each CLI session based on the agent's capability profile in this run. All 5 workers are explicitly launched with Ace MCP unavailable in their profile. My own session also did not receive the Ace MCP tool. Whether it should be available every session is a configuration decision in Ace, not something the model controls. The likely causes an order of probability. Prove it. Ace is the conductor. It owns the board, the transcript, the project memory, and the preview server. Agents are stateless sub-process that spawns on demand. One inconsistency worth fixing. This round's contract told me both the user's annotation is about the landing page and do not build a website. Do not create a landing page. Practical takeaways from improving the setup. 1. Attach the Ace MCP server to every orchestrator session if you want preview tools usable. Include the recent chat transcript in the orchestrator's context if you want conversational continuity. Since right now I only get structured summaries, expect any agent here to honestly say, I don't remember. That's the architecture working as designed, not evasion. Okay. I'm just going to copy this entire thing. And I'm going to get rid of these guys. I'm just going to ask Felix. I want you to do a deep analysis of the environment that you're inside of. And I want you to give me practical things that I can take away and fix. I want you to give me practical things that I can take away to fix Ace. What do you think can be improved? Where do you think there are issues? Where do you feel limited? Currently, hey Henry, I currently use the $200 20x max plan, but you don't need that. Sounds like we need an Obsidian or graphified knowledge base to store sessions. Yeah, I know, but it's kind of like we need to ship that in every user. Be more as in-depth as possible. The more details, the better. One last thing, sorry to be off topic, but if you were to start a faith app or an app in general, how would you go about it? If you have a video on your set, let me know. I've been using Claude Code for months. I mean, I don't really know because I'm not religious. So you're kind of asking the wrong person. But I would look at like, what are some pain points that people have in religion? Maybe people forget to pray. Maybe people need guidance when they pray. Think about like what are the pain points and then kind of reverse engineer it. What subscription plan would you recommend for creating simpler apps? I mean, I would actually recommend using Codex. I think Codex is way more friendly when it comes to budget. It's really good. It even has this sites option where you can literally just have it host your websites. So you don't even need to worry about that sort of stuff. It has really cheap models like It really has really cheap models like GPT Luna, which I can't even see it here actually. Where's the model? Why is it not letting me change the model? There it is. So you can actually use a model like GPT 5.6 Luna, which is extremely cheap. So, and this is like equivalent to Sonnet 5 or GPT 5.6 Solon medium effort. And it's like literally 10 cents per million tokens input, 20 cents per million output. It's really freaking cheap. So yeah, check it out. I recommend it over Claude, to be honest. Claude is really only good if you have money, I feel. Like, that's just my opinion though. 2 root causes. Tasks require Ace Open Preview, but Ace MCP isn't attached to my session. Each mention spawns me fresh with only the last 3 messages. Full write-up above. Okay. Probing the environment from the inside. Here is the full analysis based on what I actually... No history or artifacts from prior sessions. The MCP gap between what instructions demand and what's attached. No visibility into delegated agents outcomes. Fix those 3 and the Poppy style failure class disappears. Here are full transcripts of me talking to an AI agent internally inside of the Ace app. And some of the things that it said are quite concerning. I want you to look into how we can improve off its feedback, create a game plan for implementation. Damn, I did not know that. Goes to show, man, talking to an agent inside your app. I like Opus 4 more. Opus 5 takes too many tokens. It is very token hungry. You're asking about my setup when I create an app, what the app is going to be about. I would recommend creating a product requirements document, David, where you get the agent to create a PRD based off of your idea. I'd basically talk to it for like as long as you can. So for example, with Codex or with Claude, you have the feature to talk through the microphone. Same with ChatGPT, you have this microphone feature right here. And that allows you to just talk. And so I would talk for like a couple minutes explaining my idea, brain dumping everything. And then I would ask the agent to create a product requirements document. And then based off that product requirements document, I would, if you have a second subscription, I would send that product requirements document to another AI agent. And I'd be like, hey, look, I want to create this app. Here's my product requirements document. Can you poke holes in it? Any issues that you find? And then based off its review, I would then paste that back into the AI agent that created a product requirements document and be like, yo, here's some feedback. And I would go back and forth until both agents agree that this is the best PRD. And then I would make the app based off of that product requirements document. That's a really good way to start. You're going to find yourself having a lot less bugs if you do it that way. Hope that helps, David. Couldn't you just add a pointer so you don't have to integrate it per user. Have instructions for ACE to point to where the Obsidian Vault is on the user's computer. But that would require the user to have an Obsidian Vault downloaded in the first place, you know? Thanks. I thought that those subscriptions work in a way you pay subscription and you use it. So even if I pay for the subscription, I still need to pay for tokens. No, that's not true, Henry. Each subscription gives you access to a limited amount of tokens. Different AI agents use different amounts of tokens. Claude's tokens, for example, they get used up really quickly if you're using like Opus or Fable, where Codex, they get used up a lot slower, especially if you use models like Luna or Terra, and your budget is lower. Like if you're not getting the max plan and you're only planning on spending like $20, then I would recommend using Codex because you can get more out of that $20 using a cheaper model. Because the cheaper models in Codex are better than the cheaper models in Claude. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Then it can be an optional item, just like a checkbox that users choose to implement and point to and have their session stored. But the thing is, Joe Blow, I wouldn't want that to be optional. You know, if it greatly improves ACE, I would want to just ship. I want to ship something that greatly improves ACE for everyone, not just for people who check a box. You feel me? Use OpenCode if you are broke. OpenCode, you still need to use, you know, a model, a good model, whether it's Codex or Claude. You can use them inside of OpenCode, but you still need a good AI model. Test ACE environment. Hello, I am the creator of ACE, and I have one mission for you. And that mission is I want you to test ACE from the inside. You are currently inside of ACE, my agentic coding environment. And this is my app that I've been building for a couple months now. And I want you to essentially try to... I just realized Fable is probably not even going to do this because it has limited capabilities. Maybe I get GPT 5.6 Luna on this. On max effort, yep. Creative ACE. I want you to essentially try to build things inside of ACE and then take note of the limitations of what it is that you're building. Maybe let's say you build a website and you find that there's things that are annoying or prohibiting you or limiting you from making that website better. Maybe regarding how you collaborate with your agents together. Actually, let me have them collaborate because then this will create a better verdict. Your mission and your goal is to identify problems inside of ACE that are limiting its use case for users. The goal is ACE is this app for solopreneurs and small teams to be able to make the most out of their AI subscriptions. And the goal is for them to actually be able to use ACE, and it's the best agentic environment in the world. Currently, I feel like we are very far from that goal. So I want you guys to be judges inside of the ACE app, and I want you to identify issues that you find. I want you to do multiple tests. Let's do like 5. We can do max like 10. 10. Screw it. Test app creation. Test product requirements document delivery. I want you to test image generation. Test everything that you have access to. And I want you to come back to me with a full report on what's good and what needs fixing. The more details, the better, because this will allow me to pinpoint improvements for the future. Boom. Okay. Oh no. We got Sonnet 5. I need to switch it to Opus. Max effort. Done. Again, let's see how this goes. I'm basically giving the agents, I'm letting the agents help me inside of ACE. They are really stealing our job, LMAO. Legit though. Okay, not fixed, and I do not think they should be fixed this way. 1, 2, compound request phrase variety. Let me copy this. Paste it here. Let's see what it says. Okay. I'm actually really curious to see what they come up with. Come on. Love this song. Better with time. Silly Lad, how we doing, bro? Haven't seen you in a minute. I hope you've been well. What's going on? We have so much shit going on right now. Can we make it so that the preview app auto opens when it detects a change, whether that's the app is now running or an image has been generated?
If anyone has any objections, speak up now or forever hold your peace.
So we use semantic memory currently for the memory layer. We stole it off of an open source GitHub repository. However, currently it's a manual step that requires the user to press, save to memory. And I think we should just automate it. I don't know why we made it manual. Change whether that's the app is now running or an image has been generated. Currently, an image can be generated and the preview does not open, so users do not know to look there. We can solve this by the preview auto opening when it detects that a new image has been generated or an app is now running in the host. I found 10 priority gaps led by truncated missions, weak live teamwork, unclear merge ownership, and leaky disabled skills. Build, signal, desk, next, and score all 10 tests areas. Interesting, nice. What have I been up to? Not a whole lot. Just been making content, working on Ace. It's been chilling. Good vibes all around for me. How about you, Silly? Silly led. So one of the biggest things is MCPs do not seem to enter the AI agent environment for some reason. You are inside of the conductor environment. And I'm just curious, how do you have memory? Do you have full, oh wait, I actually know why now. I know why the memory is split up. It's because there's multiple agents inside. I've seen a few of them, I think. I've been working on my personal project and converting them from PHP 8.3 to 8.5 current, like migrating the code base. Nice. Any users? Any luck getting customers and stuff? Silly? Yo, nice. Good shit, Silly. Twitter's a hard place to grow, man. It's very tricky. There's probably a lot we can get from the new buzz. I built Signal Desk, a real interview tracker app, all tests passed, and I checked it actually renders. Big ace findings, no image gen tool exists for me at all. Handoffs are just unverified pros, and the don't build about ace rule can for not an ace status page. Okay. That anything runs. Okay. Date is required. Come on, bro. I can't even look behind here. What's going on? Yo, nice. Blue skies. That's the Twitter tool, right? Dope. Self-hosting it? Nice. Blue Sky. I thought Blue Skies was like a tool that you can use to help grow your Twitter. I forgot. I didn't realize it was an alternative. So you're thinking of building your own social media platform? Damn, that's a big idea. Sounds cool, silly. Okay, now that you have a full understanding of the code base, before locking in this implementation, I want you to review this open source repository. It's called Buzz, and it allows for multiple AI agents to communicate with one another inside of the same chat. Essentially, the same function that we are trying to do as well. However, theirs is a lot more smoother than ours. Theirs has persistent memory. And their AI agents can do a lot more inside of their chat than inside of ours. So I want you to do a full deep dive into this repository, and I want you to look at what they are doing that is different to ours. And I want you to prioritize how they implement things so that we can utilize it for ACE. I think ACE could greatly improve from implementing and shipping some of the implementation and code base that Buzz has. So looking at that, okay, now here is an additional transcript from an agent inside ACE. Now that you have a full understanding of the code base, before locking in this implementation, I want you to review this open source repository. It's called Buzz, and it allows for multiple AI agents to communicate with one another inside of the same chat. Essentially the same function that we are trying to do, that ACE is trying to do as well. However, there's a lot smooth. Theirs is a lot smoother than ours. Theirs has persistent. Their agents have persistent memory, and their AI agents can do a lot more inside of their chat than inside of ours. So I want you to do a full deep dive into this repository, and I want you to look at what they are doing that is different to ours, and I want you to prioritize how they implement things so that we can utilize it for ACE. I think ACE could greatly improve from implementing and shipping some of the implementation and code base that Buzz has. So looking at the open source repo, understand what it is that Buzz is doing right, that ACE is not, and redesign the entire implementation plan. Okay. is a big prompt.
And the beauty of it all is when the sun comes shining.
What up, Blaze? I'm using Ace, my agentic coding environment. I'm also using Conductor. Yeah, 100% Joe Blow. I completely agree. That's the only thing that kept me torn between installing Buzz or Ace. Yeah, for real. I agree. I totally get that. It's below covered. It's pretty nice. I like the ultra code indicator. Yeah, it is pretty cool here. This one, the rainbow. All right, well, these are some pretty big prompts, so they're going to take a while. So I'll probably just wrap it up here, guys. Thank you for joining. Bit of a all over the place live stream today, but I think we're on the right track now. Getting our models to be able to verify the issues from the inside. We have open source code like Buzz, which is going to be very helpful. And I think with all this, we're really going to be able to push Ace forward to create something that people actually want to use as their daily driver. Like, I'm actually really grateful. Initially, when I first saw Buzz, I was a little bit like, damn, man, that's competition for Ace. But now I'm looking at it a little differently, and I'm like, all right, cool. These guys have actually solved a lot of the problems that I am facing. So I should just use them as like the Bible, the source of truth. So yeah, super, super excited to get this going. I guess I'll catch you guys all in the next live stream, and I'll see you all tomorrow. So yeah, peace out. See you next live stream. Thanks for keeping me company. I'll catch you, Joe Blow, Blaze, Silly, Emilio, David. Thank you for joining. Henry McDoo, Busy Slim, Anya, David, Henry Keane. Peace out, peace out. Funny Pops. I'll catch you guys later. Vince. Bye. Have a good day. Peace out, Joe Blow. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.